Hello and welcome to Felt and Caboodle. Today we're going to be working on a new collaboration box with Romney Marsh Walls. This is our new gnome kit, so let's unbox. Now inside your box you'll have your instruction booklet, which also has in the back your templates for each of the items. You have a 36 gauge and a 40 gauge needle, some parchment paper, some Romney Marsh white wool, some hand dyed red, hand dyed green, some blush, an eco felting pad and a pipe cleaner. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to have to fill our eco pad. Now to fill your eco pad, all you need is some dry rice. You're going to open your bag up and pour your rice in. Now you don't want to overstuff it because you want a nice bit of movement in your bag. So I would say around just over halfway. Pull it closed. Do it nice and tight so none of the rice falls out. And there you have your felting pad. So the next step is to make our body. Take your pipe cleaner, fold it in half, and then we're going to take some of our white wool. Now to begin with, I want you to leave aside around 3 inches of wool. This will make your beard later. So take a sliver of wool and wrap it tightly around your pipe cleaner. Just keep wrapping and keep wrapping. Now for this you're going to be using your 36 gauge needle. This is a thicker needle, so this is best to build up your cores with. Now when you first start felting this, it's really important that you don't hit the pipe cleaner in the centre with your needle. So very gently start felting it into place. Now in your book you have at the back your body template. So you want to continue to build this up till it fills this template and the base template. So when you're finished, you should end up with a cone similar to this. And that's the body. Next, we're going to be covering our body. So we're going to take our green wool, just gently pull some off and wrap it around your body. Now for this you're going to be using your 40 gauge needle, which is a nice finial needle. So very gently you are just going to felt that wool into place. Now this is another process like how you built up the body that takes quite a bit of time, but it is definitely worth taking the time and concentrating so you get a really nice finish. Don't forget to cover the bottom. You can leave the top bit blank if you want, as it's going to be covered by a hat. And just keep felting until it's covered. Okay, so once you've finished colouring in your body, we're going to make the nose. Now we're going to take all of the blush wool and we're going to rub it round in our palms to make a ball. Now you keep doing this until you can feel that it's starting to felt together. And then with your needle, be careful with your fingers, but very carefully you're just going to go round, keep turning it. Now by turning it and not felting it in the same place all the time, you're going to end up getting that nice ball shape that you're after. I can't stress this enough, be very careful with your fingers with this bit, because if that needle hits you, it does hurt. Okay, and there you have a little nose. So next we're going to take that sliver of white that we left behind, we're going to fold it in half, and the folded edge we're going to attach to the front of the gnome. So just very gently, just tack it in place. Making sure that you get the whole bit that you've just turned over. There we go. And then we're just going to felt the nose on top of the beard. So just go around the edge of the ball that you've just made to secure it onto the body. So hold it in place and just felt very gently around the edge, making sure that your needle goes into the body, not just the beard. And there we go. So the next step is making the hat. So we're going to put him aside, and we're going to take our red wool and our parchment paper. So next up we're going to be doing the hat. So make sure that your felting pad is nice and flat. Lay your parchment paper on top. Now you're going to be following the template in the back of the book, which is the flat hat template. Now this pretty much measures from there to there the width of your mat. That can give you a good guideline of where to put your wool. So you're going to pull your wool apart, you're going to take some nice slivers of it, and you're just going to place it onto your parchment paper into the triangle. So keep adding until it's full. Like so. And now when you felt this, it's really important not to go through to your mat, because you don't want such a big area of wool sticking down to your mat. So really, really gently, just as you hear the parchment paper, now you're going to do this all over. This bit is quite time consuming, but getting a really nice flat finish on this is really important. So take your time, be super gentle, and try to keep it as much into the shape as you can. And just keep felting until it's all nice and secure. Now once you've felted it for a little while, you're going to be able to move the felt around a little bit, but first you've got to make sure that you've tacked down all the wool in the triangle first. Okay, so once you've finished doing that, now you can tidy up your edges by gently folding the wool over, or gently stabbing into the side. And then that will just give you a really nice edge for the bottom of your hat. The next step, we're going to roll it. just so it overlaps ever so slightly. And then starting at the bottom from the inside, we are going to felt it closed. Now this bit is a little bit fiddly, so take your time, be careful of your fingers, but you want to keep the cone open so then you can get the needle inside along that hem. Just make sure that you're catching it all. So make sure your fold's nice and tight. All the way down to the bottom. Now, if there's bits that you haven't caught, like this top bit, do it from the outside. And then you can get a really nice sharp tip on your hat. There we go, and I've still got a little bit there, so I'm going to go back on the inside. There you go. I'm just going to tidy up the bit at the top. Like so. And there you have your hat. Now all you're going to do is you're going to place your hat on top of your gnome like so. And he is all finished. So thank you so much for joining me.